Hello Internet, and welcome to Xifeng Plays Vagante. This is a game I am very excited to show you. First off, check out this intro. This kind of captured me right away. I'm not always a fan of the big pixel style that's kind of popular right now, but just the use of colors here, this is so vibrant, and the parallaxing just feels so good. This game is very early on in development, and already it is showing so much promise. When I kind of started out the channel, I had certain things in mind, sort of like I had a game in mind that I wanted to base my channel on, or not base my channel on, but kind of have as a central part of my channel. But I didn't know what that game was. I just knew what features it would have, and it turns out that I had, described this game before it came out, almost mechanic for mechanic. So, the first thing, you can play as a man or a woman. That's, I like when I can play as a woman. I don't know why, but it gives a game extra points in my book. So, I'm going to pick that. I don't know if the third character hasn't been added, because as I said, it's very early on in development, or if it's something that I need to unlock, because, other caveat, I'm very bad at it. And it's a very difficult game, which is kind of something that I was looking for. So the two characters, I don't think they have names, but they have different starting items and different skill trees. So each one really feels like a character that has its own personality, which I like. And I'm going to play the woman because her skills and her starting items are more suited to my playstyle. So it starts out as this kind of side-scrolling, dungeon-crawling thing. First thing I had in mind is I wanted it to be a 2D game, because I enjoy some 3D games, but 2D games are really my bread and butter. So, second thing, it's procedurally generated. This is different dungeon every time. Certain features show up over and over, but overall, it is a unique experience every time. So, next thing is, it's what we call permadeath in gamer lingo, by which I mean that you only get one life. It's not like Umihara Kawase where you get, 10 lives. It's just, you have one chance, and if you die at any point, it's not just a temporary setback, it's the game's over, and you have to start over with a newly generated dungeon, and, none of the skills that you might have acquired, none of the items that you might have picked up. So that is something that I really like in games. I like the procedural generation, especially for a Let's Play, because it adds a certain amount of chaos for me to react to, and it adds a certain amount, kind of a novelty factor that helps out. I like the permadeath because it gives games a very natural beginning and an end, and especially with this game, because it doesn't have a lot of the progression mechanics that a lot of recent games have, it's more like an arcade game where every time you pick it up, it's fresh. It's like the first time you picked it up. I really like that. One of the things that I had kind of despaired on ever finding is a game where I don't have to unlock stuff, or it doesn't get easier the more I play it. It gets easier as I get better at it, but it doesn't, I don't get stuff that makes the game suddenly much more playable. It's the same game every time, but it's also a fresh game every time. I really like that, and that was one of the things that I had really sort of identified as really important to this channel, is that idea of every time you come to the game, it's fresh. The game doesn't care who you are or how long you've been playing. It's going to throw the same stuff at you no matter what, and it's not going to give you, it's not going to give you breaks just because you beat it once before. So, that's all stuff that I really like. But, as I mentioned on the character select, it's possible that we unlock a third character. That's not a big deal to me. That's totally finite. And so, already this is shaping up to be, you know, a game that very much fits all of the criteria. Now I'm going to drop down onto this ladder, and I could die by doing that, because I'm not that great at grabbing them, though I'm getting better. And then I'm gonna jump for this treasure chest, even though it's a really foolish jump. I made it. We got a map, so we can now see the whole map. And the potions are kind of... the colors and what the potions do are randomized, so it's kind of like the pills in Binding of Isaac. We know this potion is red, we don't know what it does. So we take it. It gives us, looks like speed. So now we know that a red potion is a potion of speed. But, you know... oh, well, that was not what I meant to do, but I think I can salvage it. Well, maybe. Okay. I seem to be out of danger for now. So then, the last thing that I want to show you that really sticks out to me in this game is the gear system. So, Sickening Shortbow, 1 to 8 damage, very slow attack speed, minus 25 to maximum life. So, I don't like that. I don't know what the Indigo Potion does. Raccoon Boots, gain an extra jump in midair. I like that a lot, but I can't afford it. So the gear system is pretty sophisticated, and the skill system is as well. The skills are a lot of actives and a lot of things that change the way that you play the game. And so I'm really looking forward to unlocking some of those, though I don't quite have enough experience yet to unlock any of them. But, you know, you need the level 1 skill in a certain branch to get the later ones. And each one, you know, with some exceptions, like daggers have a chance to critically strike. Okay, that might change how I play a little bit. Rolling, that's a major game changer. That gives you another mobility option. Wall jumping, huge mobility option. Those raccoon boots that I pointed out, they give you an extra jump. Also a huge change in your mobility options. So, you know, one of the things that I had really identified as this, you know, this is something that I really want in the game is, you know, a rich gear system where it's not always totally clear what item to pick. What I didn't really kind of dare to hope for, that sort of I'd identified as something that I wanted, but was, you know, was not actually thinking would actually happen, is a game where you get lots of mobility options. And this is that game, and I am so excited because of that. So I don't think this guy can get up here, which is unfortunate because that means I'll have to fight him in fairly close quarters, which is never easy. And I'm taking a lot of bad damage here, but I'm really not ready to fight the final boss yet. Can I get that slime to come up here? Yep, okay. Of course, now I don't know what to do with it now that I've got it here. That jumped quite a bit further than I expected it to. Is that... okay, pink potion. What does that do? It's boxing glove. I don't know. I think it improves our damage, but I'm not sure. So there's our final boss. Really not looking forward to fighting it with, you know, basically starting stats and 7 health and not very good skills. So, let's see. I have 36 gold. How much gold were the raccoon boots? Because I really do need something to kind of give me some small advantage. And I'm gonna get attacked if I go to the store. So, I am at 4 hit points. I think this is basically over. Though, I did manage to take care of that one, so... maybe if I stand up here, they can't get me. Well, he did deal some damage. And there are a lot of things down there. Okay. Oh, man. So yeah, it's a very difficult game, but I think a very rewarding game, and I am really looking forward to exploring it and seeing... you know, I really like what I've seen of the gear system. And I really like the skill tree. It's really interesting. I'm looking forward to being able to explore it. And I'm looking forward to eventually being able to, beat one of the bosses and get some of the other stuff in this game. Because even though it's very early on in development, there's already quite a lot here, and it already plays very well. This game is free. A link will be in the description. And I really recommend that you check it out. So thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you'll join me in the future. I'm really looking forward to making this into a series. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you enjoyed the episode, do please leave a like. It helps out. So I think that's everything. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great rest of your day.